Walmart may be a well-known brand that attracts a lot of good people, but it also attracts a very weird bunch. Join us as we show you some Walmart people that you won't believe. Number 25. It takes a real man to wear pink. Okay, I'll be fair here. I honestly have no clue if this is a man or a woman. But one thing most definitely is clear. They felt the need to wear a full-body pink suit into a Walmart and likely had no other reason for doing so other than to see what people thought about it. What might be the weirdest thing about this is that it's not a skin-tight suit, which is usually what you'd see for things like this. It's big and bulky, and I have no idea why. And honestly, I'm not sure I want to know why. But hey, at least he, she, they are proud in pink. 24. Boxing themselves in. I'm sure you've all seen movies where people are forced to wear clothing that isn't actually clothing, like an inner tube, a blanket that's too short, that kind of thing. And if worse comes to worse, there's always a cardboard box, right? It's high comedy. It works for Solid Snake, but why in the world is this lady in a Walmart and wearing a cardboard box? What might be even stranger than this is that it doesn't seem like anyone is noticing that she is wearing the box outside of the lady right behind her. Also, she appears to be in line, but she's holding no items. And where would her wallet be exactly? Mysteries of life, everyone. Number 23. Liar, liar. Have you ever wanted to just embarrass your kids at a place you go to? Like the clothing store or, a Walmart? Well, apparently this kid's parents had that idea by having him wear a "I'm a liar" sign. So let's try and picture the scenario. What lie did he tell in order to get this punishment? It had to be something big. He apparently has a brother. Maybe he did something to him or lied about taking one of his parents' things. The possibilities are endless. And this picture will remain timeless throughout the rest of his life. Don't do the crime, little boy. 22. Scooter along now. I can't even begin to describe this picture, and I'm a person who would have likely tried something like this in my younger years. Yes, I'm old. Deal with it. First of all, riding a scooter like that has to be incredibly uncomfortable. Second, it looks like she'd fall off if they go over 5 miles per hour, and it also looks like the mother is helping her stay on. So what exactly is going on here? And why is this parent condoning this behavior? Furthermore, how has a Walmart attendant not stopped this from happening? Number 21. Flying. In contrast to the last entry, I dig this guy. Cosplay isn't just dressing up like your favorite characters, it's doing what you can to reenact their most important moments in history. And when you're dressed like Superman, you better believe you're going to try and fly in some way, shape, or form. Now, yeah, this guy is using a cart, so it's not exactly the same, but hey, A for effort, my friend. 20. Nailed it, and everyone else. When you were young, there were a few things I'm sure your family told you to maintain. Your hair, your teeth, and of course, your nails. And while it's okay to have them a little long, this is not what we meant. I mean, come on, that looks like fantasy-level style nails there, or something from a really bad comic book villain. There are simply some things the eyes are never meant to see, and this would definitely qualify. We need to move on now. But before we do and show you more insanity from Walmart, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our weekly updates. Number 19. Toys imitating life. I want you to imagine that you are in a police chase. The cops are on your tail. You're weaving in and out of lanes, making desperate turns and trying to get away from them, but they're still there. People are watching you with concerned looks as you pass them by. And it's because you're not on a 2-lane highway, but in a Walmart being chased by actual cops in toy versions of their cars. I mean, cops have to have fun too, right? 18. On a leash. There's an old expression when it comes to marriage that your wife at times is your ball and chain, meaning that you're stuck to them until you break it off, so to speak. Well, one couple who went to Walmart did this in reverse, with the husband being bound, but not by a chain. Check out this guy's neck. Yeah, that's a dog collar that the wife has full control of via chain. So many questions here. Did his bark get too loud? Was she worried about him getting unleashed? If he tries to get off, does he get sent to the pound? Okay, I'll stop now, but this is still funny. After all, it's a dog-eat-dog world at Walmart. Number 17. Ma'am, there's something on your back. I mean, why though? Seriously, why? Or how come? It's almost too much to process this as a whole, so let's just stare, then move on. 16. Low rider. Another person after my own heart. Why ride on top of the cart or in the cart when you can go spec ops on people and ride on the bottom of the cart? After all, there's clearly enough room for a person if you position the legs right, and you won't interfere with the driver. See? Perfect situation right there. Sometimes it takes a village, and sometimes it just takes a person who's willing to feel low. Get it? Low. Never mind. Number 15. Jack my ride. Sometimes it's not the customers that get the attention of people at Walmart, but their rides. After all, most of us drive to Walmart, right? Well, this person had a new vision of the phrase, pimp my ride, because this yellow car is anything but standard, which is both cool and yet really weird. I mean, how long do you think it took them to make that? I'm just saying. 14. Old people problems. Usually this would be a picture that I would just leave alone for various reasons, but there's so much wrong and right in this picture that I just can't help myself. After all, he's making a very crude joke with that shirt, and yet the shirt is modeled after a fishing rod. You know, a guy's rod. Ha ha. Then there's the fact that the guy himself would be so comfortable with this joke that he'd wear the shirt to Walmart for everyone to see and read. I mean, I guess if you have no issues with your manhood, it's fine, right? For his sake, though, his wife better know about that shirt or things will get awkward. Number 13. Something is wrong here. Do you see it? Do you see what's wrong with this picture here? I mean, it should be obvious. What's that? Two people on a cart scooter? Oh, yeah, I guess that is weird because of the positioning and all that. But no, I'm talking about the pink-shirted person next to them. I mean, look at that hair. What exactly is going on with this? What style are they honestly trying to achieve? It's like a mohawk with a fin. And yeah, I guess the scooter thing is weird too. 12. Go for the kiwis. We've all seen fruit or vegetables that kind of sort of resemble people. It's a hilariously human pastime that has endured throughout the years. But this in particular is just funny, because you have to admit the kid's head honestly does look like a kiwi. So when in Rome, put a price tag on it and get a picture. Oh, that's not how the saying goes? I can live with that. Number 11. Door problems. This is another of those why those situations. I grant you, people have come up with some very clever solutions to fix their cars. Duct tape is a great example of this, and sometimes you need to cannibalize other vehicles in order to fix things. That's natural. But this? Yeah, I can't tell what's worse, the way they basically forced the door into position, or that you can see the very shoddy handiwork involved in the act of doing so. I mean, look, you can see the fuzz of the glue or epoxy that they used to seal the door shut foaming out of it. You're not winning car shows like that, my friend. 10. Owning the joke. I'm definitely not making fun of this person, because not only are they in a bad spot in life, they know it. And in order to get money from people, they're doing things the only way they know how, by pointing out the obvious in a rather funny way. Most people wouldn't be bold enough to do this, especially at a Walmart, but this lady did, and I'm going to give her props and possibly some money. Don't judge me. Number 9. Camouflage. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Seriously, I cannot tell you what animal that is. Is it a goat of some kind? I don't know, but someone decided to put racing stripes, I mean zebra stripes on it and tie it up outside of a Walmart. Not exactly the best move in the world, but I suppose you can't bring it inside. But why the stripes though? 8. Calling it like you see it. Seeing kids and even adults in carts at places like Walmart isn't new, but with this pic, we get something really special because most times adults will jump into the carts just to be funny. But this lady, oh no, she truly wants to be carted around like she's all that and a bag of chips, even pointing out the things that she needs from her mother. The best part for me, though, the lady who's pointing at her and laughing because of the stupidity of it all. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, girl. Number 7. When taking your child to Walmart, there are certain things in life which should go unsaid, and one of those things is that if you have a baby with you, you should organize the food in the cart so that the baby isn't squished with them, won't be able to reach them, and has no chance of being harmed by them. Yeah, this mom forgot that memo. How can you be more concerned with your alcohol than with the safety of your own child? Oh yeah, it's alcohol. People go crazy for that. Carry on. 6. Mr. Bigglesworth. Throw me a freaking bone here. Okay, seriously, this in its own way is kind of classy. Think about the time and effort that went into making this ride, especially since this is a car based on a cat that was in the Austin Powers movies. That's some serious dedication to a cat that died in the first movie. Looking at it though, how much did it cost to do? Maybe $1 million. No? Anyone? That's a Dr. Evil joke. Never mind. Number 5. The robe. Come on, admit it. You want to be this guy in some way, shape, or form. You want to be so lazy and so non-caring of what people think of you that you want to go to Walmart in a robe and see what people say or don't say. Come on, admit it. It's the ultimate comfort. Knowing that you're wearing nothing but a robe and causing so much people discomfort because they fear that you're wearing nothing but a robe. I mean, look, he doesn't even have shoes on. Bless you, sir. Bless you. 4. Father of dragons. Okay, maybe not dragons, but you have to wonder how much this guy trusts this lizard to let him ride his back throughout Walmart. I mean, it's definitely unique. We've all heard of animals going into Walmart in one form or another, but this is another level of that. But also, props to the lizard for staying on the whole time. Maybe there is a father-child relationship going on here. Weirder things have happened at Walmart. Number 3. You ever have one of those days? I'm pretty sure all of us have, the days where we just can't catch a break and want to relax our worries away. Well, that happened here with this guy, and you can tell he's depressed and wants to sleep more than anything, because why else would he be resting on a cart? I mean, think of the back problems he's going to have. You have to sympathize with whatever plight he's going through. 2. Sir, you forgot something. This is yet another situation where you can't help but ask, how did this happen? I mean, clearly it got left behind, but how did it get left behind to such an extent that someone was able to take a picture of it? I mean, seriously, it's one thing to take it off to adjust it, but it's clearly been left there. Why? How? The world may never know. Number 1. Eat a Snickers. I think this picture adequately sums up the situation. The only question I have is posed or not posed. Either way, it's awesome. Thanks for watching, everyone. What did you think of these crazy people from Walmart? Can you believe what people will do in that place? Which of these do you think was the funniest or craziest of them all? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.